Hi there, Aries. Welcome to your reading. This reading is going to be a bonus love reading for those of you who tuned in this week. I did get lots of likes on the video, so thank you for that. I'm going to pull the energies for you and your person. You're going to be on the left and your person's going to be on the right. All right, Aries, so your first two cards for your general energies this week are Courage and Truth. And so it looks like you're building up momentum to say what's on your mind and to express a truth that you haven't spoken about before. Let's see what your person has on their mind this week. Your person has Stormy with the number 21 and one more. And then you could be dealing with an air sign person. So a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. All right, Aries, so that's who's tuning in here, who is strongest in your energy for this week. At the bottom, we had soulmate. So you're dealing with your soulmate. This is somebody who you're really tied strongly with on an energetic level. There's been some kind of turbulence between you and this person, or they may be going through something personal at this time, but there is an instability in their emotions or in their thoughts this week that I'm picking up on right away. And for you, I feel like you've been a little bit hesitant to say something to this person. So we'll jump into the details now to find out what's going on. First card out for your person. We'll get more cards to clarify. 1 second. This is the Six of Swords. So that goes with the stormy energy. It looks like your person is getting ready to go into a more stable time, but they've been dealing with something that made them feel unstable, made them feel uncertain. Here we have the Four of Swords. So you may have been taking a break from this person, or they may have been taking a break from you. It looks like they needed time to think. All right, at the bottom they have the Four of Wands. So it looks like things are picking up speed and momentum as somebody in this connection is building up the courage to express what they're feeling. And it may come as a surprise to hear from this person. But let's get a little bit more just to see what this turbulence was that they've been dealing with. So we get the Sun, but in reverse. And we have the Eye of Horus in the background. I don't know if you can see that there. So there's some truth that's coming to light that hasn't been expressed. All right, so your person's been holding something back, essentially, that they haven't wanted to talk to you about just yet. We get the Seven of Cups in reverse. We get the King of Cups, and we get the Knight of Wands. So I get here that your person is about to express an emotional truth, Aries, that they have not shared with you in the past. They have been building up the courage to say something, to express something to you. They were weighing out the options, but they were doing that off to the side on their own. They felt quite emotional, and it looks like you're dealing with somebody who doesn't really like being around people when they're feeling emotional. So this person may have pulled back just to think about how to say something, what to say, and they were really stuck inside their head. All right, so you're dealing with somebody who was processing emotions, and they are about to reach out to you with some major truth that they just couldn't figure out how to say. All right, so we'll get more in a minute. That's what's going on with your person. You're dealing with somebody who may have been isolated for a bit, pulling back for a bit, and they're about to come out of this hibernation mode, and they're about to tell you something that you may not expect to have heard from this person. Oh, I got a lot going on for you, Aries. This is for your side of the house. So we have the Knight of Wands. We have the Seven of Swords. You felt like this person was acting a bit shady. And then you have the Seven of Cups. You both had this energy for the Seven of Cups of feeling like there was a choice to be made, or there was some kind of doubt, or something may not have been what it seemed. So there's just suspicion going on here. Now I see with the Six of Wands here and the King of Cups here, you guys have some energies mirroring each other, and it looks like you are both very fond of each other emotionally. I think that you both care a lot for each other, and your person tends to be more of a physical touch person. They express their affection through physical touch, through cuddling, through hugging, through holding hands, or being together on the couch or whatnot. But you tend to need to hear how they feel. You need to hear the words. And that is something that this person is not as good at normally. They're very bad about, they tend to get stuck inside their head. They tend to overthink, and so they don't necessarily tell you how they're feeling a lot of the time, which can be frustrating. It can cause a lot of confusion for you. It can make you very suspicious of what their true intentions are. And so here on your side, we also had the Three of Swords, and we have the Knight of Cups. Now, I can interpret this in multiple ways, but one of the things that comes to mind for me here, feel free to drop your comments and let me know if this resonated with you or if it resonated in a different way. This, to me, means that for some of you, you felt like they could have been cheating or they could have been up to something that was either just shady or didn't sit right with you. And you may have expressed that already to this person. You felt like you were kind, nice, and open, and they may have taken that for granted because of the way they're handling communication with you. But this is an assumption for many of you. You don't have proof to confirm this. It's more like a suspicion at this point. For others of you, you may have decided to date other people because this person had pulled away and was being a bit shady or a bit confusing to understand. And so rather than continuing to beat yourself up over what this person might be up to or how they might feel about you, you may have just decided to date other people in the meantime just to get your mind off of it. So, what was the case there, but I do feel that there's been a little bit of shakiness between you and this person. You are about to hear honestly from them what was going on and how they truly feel about you. That is the truth that they're coming towards you with. And I think that from their perspective, they really just didn't know how to say something to you. And so they were trying to process emotions in their head and giving themselves time to think before coming back in the picture. So let's get some more truth from this person and from the situation. What does Aries need to know? So there's fierce, there's a lot of emotion going on here. You may be somebody who is quick to anger or is quite passionate. So maybe they pissed you off at some point. Maybe their behavior frustrated you. So let's see what else we get here. We got, I feel cold and detached from this connection. We got, I have my many regrets that keep me from moving forward. So you may be attached to someone who you tried to pull away from here, Aries, and it seems like it's been frustrating to you that you still linger on this person or think about this person. And then at the bottom we had, I don't want to be toxic anymore, and this kind of felt like this. So I feel like you're not necessarily classifying them as toxic, but they made you feel like you were becoming toxic in the connection because of their lack of communication or clear communication with you. So it just brought the worst out of you at some points, or you feel like maybe you brought the worst out of each other. So somebody who truly frustrated you at some point in time, but who you really liked, who you're very connected to at a soul level. And I think you felt like it was a shame that the connection didn't work out. So this person's about to come in. We get hard at the diamond. Things are just difficult right now between you and this person. You may not even be on speaking terms. I knew exactly what I was doing, so somebody feels suspicious here. Like I said, I think you may suspect that this person did something to violate your trust that you did not like, or did something sneaky that you found out about later on, or vice versa. They could be suspicious of you. That could have caused some kind of argument between the two of you. Last two cards here for your person. I don't feel like I deserve you, and I fantasize about you. Right? So this person really has been unable to detach from the connection. And I think they took a break to really think about how to approach you. I think they're coming through very soon here. If you've been seeing 2s or 8s, you may be seeing signs or synchronicities that remind you of this person. They're definitely coming out of their mental prison here, and they're wanting collaboration and partnership. And I can tell this person had been really stuck in their emotions. So I think they're coming towards you. If they do, remember to be honest, to speak your truth, and to be courageous. Sometimes we let our ego get in the way of what we truly want to say. And so I think the best path forward here for the both of you is to really be honest and open with each other. But let's get some closing cards from your angels, ancestors, and guides to see what they have to say about this connection. A reconciliation is possible here between you and this person. Be aware of codependency. So even if this is somebody that you feel a huge tie to and strong magnetic attraction, it can feel very powerful, overwhelming. Just try not to let that become codependency or clinginess. Remember to keep, like I said, there's strong chemistry here. Very magnetic connection, but there has to be always balance. So Aries, I think this is coming out to clarify hard. Diamond, things were difficult with this person. You needed space, or they needed space to sort things out, specifically their feelings. But this is somebody who could be a very long-term romantic partner for you in this lifetime. There's certainly all the right mix of emotions. And at the bottom, we have soulmate, double soulmate energy here. So definitely a soulmate, a potential soulmate for this lifetime for you, Aries, if you give this person a shot. And if you guys can find the right balance with one another to be with each other, but also give each other space to think, space to clear your head, space to be yourselves independently of each other. So very nice bonus reading here. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And if you guys do have some questions, I may pick your question for the next reading to answer it. So thank you so much for being here, Aries. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.